Some viewers may find this disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hi my loves, it's CHANGE.TROYCE and you're watching Choice TV. So today's video, we're going to get on here and talk about Wendy Williams. Now, let's be realistic for a second. Wendy Williams has been going through a downward spiral for the past 5-6 years, and it's been very scary. Her eyes are popping out her head. She looks insane. Like, she looks like she's like fucking losing her life. You know, as you guys know, Wendy Williams has Graves' disease.
Also to Graves' disease. Graves' disease squeezes the muscles behind your eyeballs. And so that's the reason for...
She was diagnosed with a plethora of other things. So Wendy Williams is also suffering from dementia and aphasia. Now, dementia obviously means that she has problems remembering her names, remembering certain tasks, and remembering a plethora of other things. And it obviously affects the way she functioned, hence why she lost her show back in 2022, and why we never really got a proper finale. Then come to find out, Wendy Williams is at risk of losing her conservatorship, where if you guys didn't know, Wells Fargo and a lot of people on her management team are trying to do everything they can to make sure they get access to her funds because Wendy Williams seems to be a danger to herself. Now, are these people just evil and malicious? Maybe. Or are all these people concerned about Wendy Williams' health and well-being? Shit, possibly. But all we do know is Wendy Williams is spiraling before our very eyes and we're seeing her demise. And it's sad because I feel like things are only going to get worse from here.
Do you see this right here? Look.
Okay.
No, look closely.
Right.
Hold up, please. Hold up. I can't hold it higher. Do you see?
Yeah, we can see. Yeah.
Okay, do you see this?
Yes.
All right, it's up and down.
And she even struggles to walk, get out of bed. And on top of that, she's also been experimenting with drugs. And that doesn't make anything any better for her.
Only Kevin and Kevin have known about this. Not my parents. Nobody knew. Because I look so glamorous out here. But after I finish my appointments, seeing my brothers and sisters and, you know, breaking bread, I am driven by my 24-hour sober coach back to a home that I live in here in the in the tri-state. So that is my truth.
But a lot of people kind of have the idea that a lot of the stuff she's going through is her karma. Now, I'm going to be real. I like Wendy Williams, but I can't really sit up here and deny karma. Like, people can sit up here and be like, oh, no, don't say that. Don't say that. I wouldn't wish that on anyone. And I'm not wishing anything on anyone. It's not insensitive to say that some of the stuff she's dealing with is karma. It's not just her issues with her health, because again, health issues are very serious and everyone has had a family member or someone they know personally struggle with health issues. It's just, we're talking about Wendy Williams here.
She does have a medical condition that's going on as to why she looks the way she looks. However, this lady has talked about so many people so bad throughout her entire career. The lesson in this that needs to be learned is this. You might be looking fine and all that good stuff for right now, but you never know how you're going to end up down the line. So
now, Wendy Williams is obviously the queen of tea, the queen of social media, the queen of everything. You know, she really paved the way for a lot of your favorite commentators to go on live stream. She paved the way for a lot of your favorite commentators who are getting on the internet, the commentators who don't show their face, the commentators who have like all these opinions and are able to monetize and build a brand off of it. She paved the way for people like me. But I'm able to admit that Wendy Williams' delivery has been a little bit messy for decades. Wendy Williams, as we all know, got her start in the 80s, but she really pivoted and started going to that mainstream route in the mid-90s. As we know, she got a lot of publicity, if you didn't know, when she basically went out her way to expose the fact that Tupac is gay and experienced with gay men while he was in prison. To which Tupac then name-dropped her in his diss track and basically called her fat and ugly.
Well, I fuck around, put a hit on your fat ass. I put Jenny Craig on your fat ass, you fat troll. Anybody ever see Wendy Williams' fat ass? Why you always wearing spandex, you fat bitch? I know your pussy stink, you fat hoe. I put Jenny Craig on you, bitch. I'm about to put a $20,000 hit through Jenny Craig to come find your ass and put you in a fat farm, you fat bitch. Thug Life Outlaw West Side, bitch. It's Tupac, so you know who said it.
So Wendy Williams got a lot of attention for that and even admitted that without that verse, she doesn't know if she would still have the career that she has today. But please stand by for our sponsor. One thing about me, I'm gonna always smell good. People will never forget how you make them feel, and people will never forget the way you smell. And let me just say, I want to thank Scentbird for sponsoring today's video. Scentbird is a subscription platform where basically you pay $17 a month and they send you a 30-day supply of different fragrances. from mild to wild to feminine to unisex to masculine to musky to vanilla. Scentbird has over 700 scents on their website, and they have something for everybody. They have fragrances from Gucci, Prada, Versace, and many more high-end perfumes, and even other indie brands like Skylar or Rebel. I didn't like a lot of the fragrances they sent me other than this one. This one is literally Poets of Berlin. This smells wonderful and is something I would definitely wear. I love things that are very vanilla, very smooth, very musky, and very unisex. And I love this fragrance, and I'm so glad that I got a chance to sample it because it tells me whether or not I should really use it as my signature scent. Scentbird kind of gives me the opportunity to basically try out fragrances before I actually full-blown buy them. Scentbird was kind enough to give me a discount code where if y'all use my code CHOICETV right here on the screen, you guys can literally get 55% off on your subscription order. All the information is in the description box down below. Check out Scentbird and try to find your signature scent. Since then, everybody wants to know who this woman was, what she's about, and what is it about her to have people in an uproar. She's a woman of power. She's a successful black woman who's feisty, has a charismatic personality. She's really talented, and she just knows how to shock people and get people's attention. She has an aura that draws people to her. But let's be honest for a second. Wendy Williams has had a rocky history of some of the shit she's done. A lot of times, she's just addressing the tea. She's just breaking stuff down and saying things that all of us are thinking but just would never say. But then there's times where she's taking things a little bit too far, has lacked a lot of empathy, was very insensitive, and spoke out of turn when she damn sure should have just kept her mouth shut on certain things.
Purple, I had to have a surgery because I had a tumor. Oh. And so they never, but I talked
Where's
about it.
Where's the cut mark?
No, they went on the inside.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah.
Speaking of hospital and stuff, we talked about everything so far, but your suicide attempt, which that was nervous laughter, that wasn't real laughter. Fantasia, allegedly, you took a fistful of aspirin and went in the closet in your bedroom?
Yeah.
Fantasia. Did you think about your daughter?
Can I get some tissue?
Always have some at the ready, because I'm a crier. We cry here on the show.
Where are they?
Here they are.
Thank you.
Okay, go ahead.
Like when she basically went out of her way to expose the fact that Method Man's wife was dealing with breast cancer.
And I know I think your wife was going through a situation just recently, man. How did that resolve itself? Everything all right now?
I'd like to know how you found out.
MTV.
MTV, what did they say?
They said that you were going through something with your wife. Like, I think she was sick or something like that, right?
Yeah, she was sick.
Is she all right now?
I'd like to thank Wendy Williams for bringing that to the masses, because she didn't have to go on the radio and say that shit. I like to keep stuff like that private, but yeah, she was sick.
But everything's all right now. All right.
Better than what it was.
Well, then that's what's up, man.
Definitely better than what it was.
That's what's up, man. I know a lot of us go through it, you know what I mean?
I be feeling like, yo, that ain't nobody fucking business right there, though. I'm sorry, that's just how I feel about it and shit. That's her business. She didn't want anybody to know about it, you know what I'm saying? And I respected her wishes right there. So for the media to bring that and put that shit out there like that, I think that shit is mad tacky and disrespectful. We still live in our same community where we used to live at. The people that lived around us didn't know she was sick till you said that shit.
I hate gossip. I hate all that shit. I hate fucking Wendy Williams. I hate anybody that does hack shit to get money. I think that's hack shit. They ride other people's backs and coattails to get where they at, to get their positions. And then what do they do after that? Because if they didn't have y'all people here, they wouldn't even be existing right now. What if World Star took y'all business? Let's say your mother had cancer, and World Star put that shit up for the world to see. Would you fuck with them again after that? Hell no. But I bet you $5 if you were somebody with a name behind you, they'd do that shit in a heartbeat. I hate all that shit, man. Fuck that. That shit has nothing to do with hip-hop, right? I don't give a fuck what website it is. If you spewing motherfucking bad energy about niggas in the game and shit, us artists need to come together, get pictures of these motherfuckers, put them up on the fucking line, and let y'all whoop their ass every time they show up to a fucking
real nigga shit.
I'm telling you, it's gonna get so bad that y'all motherfuckers is gonna have to walk around with helmets on your head 24/7, because niggas is gonna be popping bottles on y'all niggas, man. I hate y'all motherfuckers. I said it. I hate y'all motherfucking gossiping ass, dumbass motherfuckers. Kiss my ass.
It wasn't her place to out it, but of course she did it anyways. Or the fact that she was trying to give a platform to the woman who was going around clout chasing, claiming that she was screwing and smashing Judge Mathis, and then Judge Mathis got her ass together.
I told you that it was untrue, and I told you that it was tabloid trash, which all public figures have to endure. Right. And then you continue to want to talk about it for 10 more minutes, and I informed you that you were fueling rumors by continuing to talk about it, thereby damaging my reputation. And I'm not going to let you do that. And when you try to do that, you're going to get checked every time you do it. Are you clear on that? Or do I have to continue checking you over and over? Because I will. As long as I'm here and as long as you get out of order, I will check you.
So,
yeah.
So you don't know this woman?
There you go again. Are you still getting high? Because I just saw you leave the bathroom looking like you were getting high. In fact, you got white powder around your nose right now. Yes, you do. Ask your colleagues.
Okay, can we bring a close up?
Doesn't it look like she got white powder around her nose?
The VH1 camera.
You got powder around your nose. Let's take a look. It looks like it to me. Order in the court. Looks like you got white powder to me around your nose.
I don't know whether
you still a dope fiend. I need to check you in the rehab and pray for you.
Wow.
You need help, sweetie.
Let's all get along.
Turn to Christ. Can't save you.
All right.
What church you go to?
Where my deck of cards at?
You picked the wrong one this time, Wendy. That's all.
No, I think I picked the right one, baby.
That's right. You want to build your ratings up on me.
This is
you
like,
want to build your ratings up on a real star. That's right, baby.
Look, after this is over, you and I still cool?
But the one thing I feel like Wendy was getting a lot of karma for is her situation with her husband. Now, as we all know, her husband / ex-manager has been very abusive towards her for many years. Big reason why she was allegedly hooked on drugs. Big reason why she was depressed for many years. And a big reason why she could have lost her entire empire and much more. She was the breadwinner and she settled for this bummy dude who was basically utilizing a lot of the resources that he got from her. And of course, Kelvin Hunter eventually kicked her to the curb, cheated on her, and had a secret baby on her, as we all know in the media. But what's so odd and interesting is Wendy Williams had this same energy for someone like Free from 106 & Park. Now, if you guys didn't know, Wendy Williams basically dragged and exposed Free from 106 & Park for allegedly having a secret baby by Jay-Z. That's never been proven, and we don't know if Jay-Z even has a secret child that's confirmed. But Wendy Williams put that out there, and she claimed that she had receipts and all that shit.
I try to bust a nut, he bust a nugget. What? The heir to the throne is Free's child. Well, girl, you just gave birth to your golden ticket. Ow.
Jonathan Plummer lives.
Yeah. Hold on, Michelle. She's on line 1. Tell her to hold on. You know what? No, Goose, you don't hold up a 1-minute sign. Let's go to Jerry on line 7. Yes. Sisters in the same hospital as Free. Jerry? Yes. Jerry?
Yes.
All right, what's going on over there at the hospital?
My sister gave birth on the same day that Free gave birth to. And she's in about 2 rooms down from Free.
2 rooms down!
And they had a baby boy.
Lord, I guess your sister got no attention because everybody was trying to look in on Free's room, huh?
She claimed that she had all this information about Free in the hospital room, all that stuff. She gave a platform to some random stranger who was blasting all of this. And now, how ironic, look at this poetic justice serving Wendy. The thing about Karma is Karma, she may take her sweet time, but Karma will be a bitch when she's ready to be a bitch, and Wendy Williams got her karma for that. Wendy Williams is at a point in her life where she's probably going to be losing a lot of her empire. So if you guys didn't know, Wendy Williams is likely going to lose her conservatorship. As you all know, her manager, if you didn't know, is working on trying to control her conservatorship. A lot of people on her team say that she's mentally unfit, unstable.
All I want to know is where is my money? This is not right. Lori Schiller, Bernie Young, and Wells Fargo. Please let me have access to my money.
She was in all types of sober houses, and Wendy Williams is just completely losing it. We're watching her deteriorate in front of our very eyes, and it's just like, how did this woman who was in really good health, doing so well, all of a sudden get to this point? A lot of people think that this is spiritual warfare and it's a spiritual attack, and I wouldn't blame them. You know, even someone like Chris Brown pretty much grilled Wendy Williams, if y'all didn't know, a couple years ago when she was going through her bullshit. And basically, Chris Brown grilled the fact that Wendy Williams is going through her karma and that she deserves a lot of the shit that's coming her way.
So, according to a source, Chris Brown feels bad that Wendy is suffering an illness, but he can't help but think that the bad karma is to blame for her poor health. Now, Chris is a big believer in energy, and the university thinks that cosmic karma may be partly to blame for Wendy's health problems.
Then there was Nicki Minaj, who Nicki Minaj said that she initially empathized with Wendy Williams, but then when it got to a point where Wendy Williams was going in on her, she then drugged Wendy Williams' ass and dragged her and said that Wendy Williams ain't shit.
And she's mad at that Megan got 3. And has only been out for a minute. Well, Megan earned them. You know how she earned them? By maybe being kind to the people around her. History of battling with people. I need my list. Okay. Oh, yes, there you see. Safari, DJ Self, numerous rappers, Tiffany Haddish, the cast of Love and Hip Hop, her own record label, her hairstylist, Spotify, Billboard Magazine, Travis Scott, Kylie Jenner, and a 7-month-old baby. You all, it's starting to be like your personalities are becoming bigger than your music.
Wendy Williams doesn't owe anybody anything, and she doesn't owe anybody kindness or whatever because she's just doing her job. How can you fault her for it? But there was an instance where Nicki Minaj tried to show her love and show her peace when she was going through all these things and her health.
Not lonely. I apologize. She's not lonely.
And of course, Nicki Minaj wasn't thrilled to see her still go in on her.
3 times in a row, bitch doing a show acting like she fucking stuttering John. Talking about, is it manslaughter? What does that mean? What does that mean? What does manslaughter? Does it mean that you actually killed somebody? Does it mean that you Bitch, where was you at when Kevin had his dick knee deep in that bitch punani?
But I'm going to be honest with you, I do feel like a lot of people are going on social media and TikTok and the internet saying that a lot of this is her karma. So a lot of people don't feel bad for her. And honestly, can you blame them? I mean, I hope Wendy Williams is good and I wish her a speedy recovery. But then there's people who just like, why the fuck should I care about Wendy Williams when she did this to this person, this to that person? Look at the kind of shit she did. And who the fuck cares? You know, a lot of people and her colleagues are saying, shut up, don't say that, how dare you say that? But they weren't affected by Wendy Williams. So how can they sit up here and try to just forget all the shit Wendy Williams said? You know what I'm saying? Like, how can people like Jason Lee or Dee Dee from The Morning Show or many other people try to defend her and be like, oh, well, how dare y'all? That's wrong. That's fucked. But did she come for you, though? Did she talk about you? I mean, a lot of celebrities who she has came for are pretty much quiet and silent when they hear about this stuff. But behind the scenes, I can guarantee y'all a lot of them are just like, well, all fucking well. It is really fucked up that people give a lot of Wendy Williams a lot of this flack because there's other people who didn't get as much flack as Wendy Williams. And there's people who have done and said things that are just as bad as Wendy Williams. For example, Howard Stern. Howard Stern came up a little bit before Wendy Williams in like the early 80s, and he's been very successful for a very long time. Really successful, one of the most successful radio personalities in the world. But Howard Stern is fucking horrible. He's misogynistic. He has made racist comments. He has done some really fucked up shit, but he's never lost his brand deals. He's always asked to come back to all these talent shows. He's always doing these promotional events. He's everywhere. But do y'all remember what Howard Stern did to Selena Quintanilla back in the 90s? For those who didn't know, when the singer Selena Quintanilla passed away back in 1995, Howard Stern had the most disgusting things to say, saying that Hispanic people had bad taste in music, and he just did the most.
Anyway, Robin, what else is in the news?
Well, thousands of mourners have been remembering the woman known as the Queen of Tejano music, Howard. The singer Selena was shot and killed in Corpus Christi, Texas on Friday.
Guilty.
The founder of her fan club was charged with murder.
You're kidding me.
No.
Oh. The president of the fan club?
Yes.
Oh. Spanish people have the worst taste of music. They really do.
They don't like depth.
No, they don't like any depth. It's all like, you know, all happy. That's because they're all so sad. We have nothing. Let's Let's dance to happy music. big chubby girls in thongs, you know. Water is dirty. The water is dirty. Our money means nothing on the open markets in Europe. Government is corrupt.
This type of racist comments have no place in our radios.
Stern's words angered Selena's many fans in Texas, where she was shot and killed last Friday.
You know, for the Hispanic, community, it's a very sad thing. We lost a woman who means, dearly to us. We're kind of, hurt and we just feel that, Howard Stern, needs to kind of cool it down sometimes when it comes to death or any other, stuff like that.
We have immediately contacted the Federal Communications Commission for an investigation and, of course, have asked that his show be terminated.
These newspapers down in Dallas and El Paso and stuff, and I go, well, what's up? What'd I do now? He says, well, what did you say about this woman who got shot, Selena?
Oh.
I said, what did I say? Let's see. I said her music sounded really kind of sucky. But, I said I was really sad about the way she died. I thought it was awful. I said, I don't think that, I started reviewing everything I said. Now, tell me if I'm wrong. I said, well, she was called the Madonna of Mexico. And I said, that's kind of a crummy job, being the Madonna of Mexico, because the Madonna, the real Madonna, wouldn't go and have to deal with her fan club president.
That's probably top 10 most horrible things he's done. Let's not forget about the fact that he was going around spreading the rumors about Michael Jackson being a predator, and basically he did a whole comedy skit back in the 90s dragging Michael Jackson, even though there was no evidence, and Michael Jackson has been literally found innocent numerous times, and people have settled outside of court. Howard Stern did a whole skit that was really popular back then, dragging Michael Jackson.
Can I Mr. Mrs. Stupid? Can I Mr. Mrs. Stupid, okay?
What is going on here?
Ooh, I was just writing you a check for $50,000.
Well, you boys have fun.
Okay, good night.
Wendy Williams has a documentary that's coming out later this year, and in this documentary, she's going to be exposing Wells Fargo, her manager. She feels as though that she has this big machine against her that's coming against her to destroy her. But let's be honest, Wendy Williams, you picked a fight with a lot of people. She picked a fight and she poked fun at a lot of very dangerous people. And I honestly can't blame anybody for not feeling bad for Wendy Williams. She did pave the way for a lot of commentators and people to, go around spilling tea and breaking stuff down. And if it weren't for her, we wouldn't have a lot of people that we have today. But Wendy Williams had poor execution. She did things that she probably shouldn't have did, said things she shouldn't have done, and she stood by him. But the one thing I will respect about Wendy that I think most people should respect about Wendy is, can you blame her? I mean, to be honest with you, at least she's honest about some of the shit she did. At least she's honest about being messy. And at least she's honest about the fact that no one has to have any sympathy for her because of who she is.
I would ask you to respect our privacy, but please, I don't respect people's privacy. That's why I do the hot topics.
So I appreciate her for at least owning it. All in all, those are my overall thoughts and opinions about Wendy Williams. And that's that for this video. And as I stated earlier, please be sure to check out Sunbird. Again, use my code CHOICETV for 55% off. With over 700 cents, you're bound to find your signature scent. So save that bread and use my code CHOICETV for 55% off your purchase. Like, comment, subscribe, leave a comment down below. Please be sure to join my Patreons, follow me on Instagram, and yeah, that's that. Choice out this bitch. You will always be, I say, fire to the rain, watch it burn, I right away, in this turn, and I say, fire to the rain, watch it burn, I set fire to the rain. That's all y'all get for free, and I don't even know the lyrics. Y'all have a good one.